Hey everybody, this is Javi, and you are watching the Bowtie Psychic here on YouTube. I'm a psychic, intuitive medium, and author who focuses on divination and writing to help people overcome generational trauma. Thank you so much for watching this video. And someone just popped on. Hey, how you doing? I'm usually on at 12, and I just need to take care of myself, and I feel a lot better, especially with the new moon here. And so I'm actually doing this video for Leo, a heart chakra reading for Leo. And for those who are just now joining the channel or joining this video, what I like to do is the intuitive reading first, the intuitive message first, and then I go ahead and do the cards. And so if you resonate with either one or the other or both, by all means, let me know in the comments. Also, be sure to comment here in the live feed because we are live, and also be sure to subscribe to the channel, share the video. Like, the more people who know about it, the better. And also, I just love these videos. So this is actually the last one for the month of October. I'm going to take a bit of a break before I do November. So by all means, let's get started with the intuitive reading. So what I got for Leo, it's kind of hard to explain. On one, the new moon has you with a whole new energy. Okay, I'm still getting some hesitancy as far as you wanting to make the major changes that you're being called to make, because Leos are about being seen and being heard. And when folks do not see them, they have a hard time grappling with that. And I'm getting that you're now using this energy to manifest. You're using this energy to manifest and to know your own power and to truly understand your own power, because people have been telling you, and this is for the folks who are resonating with this video. There's a lot of people around you who are telling you how powerful you are, how magnificent you are, how majestic you are, and there's a part of you that believes it on a conscious level. But on a subconscious level, you still have a hard time. There's still some of you, believe it or not, who are having a hard time believing these messages. Okay? So you're working towards owning your own power, owning your own magnificence. Okay? There are also some Leos that truly believe in their power, but you're using this manifestation energy. I'm just getting to magnify it. Okay, there's also some stuff that is coming up, because it is the new moon in Scorpio. I'm just getting there's some stuff coming up, in regards to your feelings, in regards to the ego, in regards to some shadow work, and you're being asked to thank you. You're being asked, Leo, to do some shadow work around whatever is going on, because throughout the entire year, I just get you have been, when it comes to your own feelings and when it comes to your own ego and your own power. There was all throughout this entire year. I'm just getting that, as far as you know honoring someone else, and truly honoring yourself and truly standing in your power, without going overboard with it, as far as it going into some sort of egomania. You had a hard time grappling with that, and I'm just getting with Leo, you were focusing on everything but your inner self. And I'm just getting that now this is a time for you to focus on your inner self. This is a time for you to focus on the inner child, so you can become the adult that you always seen yourself as, because people already see your potential, people already see your power. But I'm just getting you have been stewing, allowing your whatever's going on with you, your whether it be anger or frustration, it's just been settling in your stomach and brewing. Okay. And so that's one of the reasons why you're being told that whatever issue that is going on that you're sitting with, by all means, this is a time for you to let that go and to set the intention of letting that go, so you can start truly, you know, being in the place of abundance, being in the place of, owning your own, your power authentically, excuse me, authentically, and also like using that power to just basically empower yourself even more. I'm just getting that with Leo. There's like a lot of stuff going on. Your shadows are working. Your shadow self is, that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling all of your shadows. I'm feeling your shadow self working, and coming up, you know, into the surface, and you're working against it, because a lot of what is coming up has everything to do with how you truly feel about yourself, Leo. This is not the, like, I'm just getting that this is not the time for you to put on any sort of airs or bravado about being powerful. Okay, a lot of you, like, even though you feel that power, you don't believe it. Like, this is about believing it. You've been focusing too, like, it takes other people telling you how powerful you are, and how magnificent you are, to get you through the day. But you yourself don't believe that. And then now a lot of those insecurities, that's what I'm feeling. Thank you. I'm feeling insecurities. I'm feeling the insecurities around how you feel about yourself. I'm feeling insecurities around how other people see you, how they truly see you. I'm seeing a lot of insecurities. And with the new moon and Scorpio being out, okay, this is time for you to take a lot of that power and start like looking at your shadow self. This is time for you to literally, truly embrace your shadow self, because your shadow self. I was just reading an art, watching a video today, by another psychic and intuitive medium, very powerful individual, and she said, okay, that your subconscious is basically your shadow self, and that's what it is. This is not the time for you to beat down, beat down your insecurities anymore. They're going to come up anyway. They're going to come up anyway. I'm just getting that this is like, please take this opportunity to do some real work and not look at other people for validation. Don't look to other people, to pump you up and gas you up all the time. That's not going to work, Leo. That's not going to work, in any way, shape, or form. It's just not going to work. Okay? It's not going to work in the long run. This is a time for you to step into your power authentically. I don't know why I'm getting words wrong. Authentically. Okay? Because authenticity is like a huge theme now. So Leos are being told in this to use this energy to truly, um, not only understand your power, but to truly start doing the work around why you need other people, or you feel as if other people's validation of you is so important, to the point where you are looking to other people to gas you up on a regular basis, because sooner or later that energy is going to run out. Sooner or later, those folks are not going to be there anymore. Their words are not going to be there. So you only have yourself. You will only have yourself. Those people can't come home with you. Okay, unless you are with them, or have some sort of partnership. Those folks are not going to be there with you. So what's going to end up happening is that, Leo, you are going to have to look within yourself, tap into your inner strength, tap into that inner lion, okay, within you, and basically pull in your from your own power. You're to pull from your own power. This is what you're being asked to do today, is to pull from your own power for the month of October, for the remaining month of October. Okay? Because a lot of stuff is going to be coming up as far as your insecurities, and you are to realize that not everybody is going to be there for you to compliment you, to gas you up, and tell you how great you are. Okay? And if that's what you're using these folks for, regardless of the level of friendship or acquaintanceship, again, it's time for you to ask yourself what is really going on, and why do you need people to gas you up, to the point where you need them, okay, to make you feel better about yourself, to have you feel better about yourself, especially when you're known for your power. Okay, you're known for your power. So step into it. Okay, start to love yourself, and start to literally, do some love, or like self-love work, okay? And work with the shadow, work with your shadow self, work with, don't run from it, work with it, okay? It's your shadow self that is very important, because your shadows are basically the ones that are saying, look, this is what's going on, this is what you don't like about yourself, this is what you don't like about yourself, this is what you don't appreciate about yourself. In order for you to see your own light, you have to see your own darkness. In order for you to see your light, you have to see your own shadow. That's paramount, especially when it comes to self growth and self love. I'm also talking to people, regardless of their gender or sexual orientation. Okay. Yeah, some of you are out here. Um, I'm getting from spirit, wasting time fighting your shadows. You're wasting time and energy fighting your shadows. Okay. This is not the time for you to run away from you're not going to be able to, in the year 2019, you're not going to be able to maintain that level of, maintain that level of inner fear without messing yourself up in 2020. Okay. So this is a time for you, Leo, regardless of where you stand, regardless of whether or not this is your sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, or Venus. This is a time for you to start doing the work necessary if you're not already, so you can start manifesting in 2020. Some of you are teachers. Some of you are using your gifts to teach, and you're being told to start using that, using this time and energy to look and tap into yourself, tap into that inner divinity, so you're not looking out to other people to fill that void and to fill that spiritual hole. So that's all I have as far as the intuitive reading, for Leo, whether it be sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, or Venus. If you resonate with that in any way, shape, or form, by all means, let me know. I will also be putting the timestamps in the description. Also, like to give me, but basically, if you like the video, just click the like button. Also, to the channel if you have not, because I'm going to be doing videos like this, like for every month. And so your support is very, very important. Your support is what keeps me going. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for that like. Thank you so much. And whoever is here, be sure to say hey, um, so I can just say hey and greet you accordingly. Um, Thank you so much for your support for the two folks who came on here. I really, really appreciate it. So on that note, I hope you're having a good rest of the day. I hope that you are, not even hope, I pray that you have, you're having a good rest of the day. Hey, how you doing, Michaela? How you doing? How was your weekend? Oh, thank you. Thank you. I actually got it at a clothing swap some years ago. It's very comfortable. I like it. Ooh, I don't know about everybody else, but I can definitely feel it's going good so far. What about you? I'm actually all right. Like, had a pretty slow start um this today because of the weekend, but I was very relaxed. Was able to go to a storytelling um event last night, and was able to tell a story, um and just I just like being on stage. I really like being on stage and telling stories, and and things like that. So I'm definitely going to take advantage of that in the near future. So that's awesome. Where's it? Is that a place called the Spirit Room? The Spirit Room is a bar slash death positive establishment in here in Rochester, New York, and it's it's run by two slam poets, a husband and wife team, Rachel McKibbins and Jacob Rackavan, and they are phenomenal people. They are phenomenal artists in their own right. They've had their own writing career, and they're this is really dope. Hey, Lena, how are you? Is this your first time being here? Welcome. Um, so yeah, that's what I did this weekend. Lena, oh hey, what's up? Hey, yeah, like it's really cool. Like their bar is like the only place I know that is like very death positive. They're very about the ancestors. They give you an opportunity to, as you're walking in the building, to basically like honor your ancestors by giving an offering, and so that is that is something that you are encouraged to do. And they have like stuff like oh they have stuff like poetry and pie, where they have like slam poets come through and you can eat pie in the process. They have drag shows, they have burlesque, all kinds of stuff. So I hope my cat isn't out there doing the most. I think he attacked or swiped at my housemate's dog, and that makes me very upset. So hey, what's up? Right? I hope not. I hope not. They'll get there eventually, but it's also very frustrating. Like Shadow has all like he's used to deal working with cats and being around cats. And unfortunately, Tobias passed away. My baby boy passed away. Um, maybe like 3 months ago, and so he's been kind of off ever since, and so he's not used to dogs. And so we're trying to get him used to it. And Notch, my housemate's dog, is a sweet little guy, but Shadow's also fucking territorial. So we'll get there eventually. I promise you, and I will keep y'all posted on that. But I'm actually glad that you are here, Intuitive Petticoat, Pentecost, and I follow your page all the time. So this is really dope that you're here. I'm glad that folks are here. I really appreciate your time. So also, if you are interested in doing so, by all means, you can like drop a donation too, and I can put that in the. Thank you so much. I already did the intuitive reading for Leo, so if you are after the video, you can watch that. I'm going to get into these cards right now, so we can do a tarot card reading for Leo. I'm actually doing the using this the spellcasters, the modern spellcasters tarot deck. It's like one of my favorite decks. It's very colorful and very beautiful, and I really like jive with it. Um, so, and also I meant to tell you too that if you are so led to, by all means, like you can drop a donation, and I that information will be in the comments, not in the comments, but in the description. So, all right. So, dear higher spirit, I pray that you use me as a vessel. Whatever comes through is from you, and the highest to the best of my guardians, ancestors, wise ones, guardian angels, archangels, ascended masters. Whatever comes through may come from a place of light and love and is rooted in truth. And I pray that you put the white light of protection around me and those born under the Leo sign, whether it be sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, or Venus spirit. I pray that you put the white light of protection around me and those born under the Leo sign, whether it be sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, or Venus. So, oh wow, it's really warm in here too. It's very warm. I pray that all the ancestors come through, connect me to the heart chakra and the mind, body, and spirit of those born under the Leo sign. Spirit, what words of wisdom do you have for Leo sign Those born under the Leo sign, whether it be sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, or Venus. Oh wow. Okay. What I also like to do too, like the first card represents the collective or those who are born under the whatever sign I am working with. Okay. And the first one that we got is actually the Nine of Swords upside down. So we'll see how that goes. All right. So we have four cards so far. Oh wow, they're all upside down, but that doesn't mean don't fret. But basically, what we got is the Nine of Swords upside down, and what this card usually represents is grieving. Going if it were right side up, it would be going through the grieving process. Okay, telling you not to fret, telling you not to talking about how you're grieving, talking about how all this stuff is going on in your life and is getting to you. Okay. What I'm getting from this though is that a lot of Leos. This card represents Leos, represents the Leo collective. And what I'm getting is that a lot of you are going through the grieving process. However, you're trying to push down the grieving process. You are very uncomfortable, very uncomfortable. Okay, being vulnerable with your own feelings. Okay, this new moon that's come up is really going to be really good for y'all because you have the tendency to you want people to see you a certain way. You want people to see you as confident, very self-assured, very beautiful, very wise. You love being the center of attention. You love being the center and you want people to see you a certain way. Believe it or not, a lot of you are wanting people to see you as a light, as a beacon of hope, as a beacon of confidence. The level of confidence, it takes a lot of energy to do what you do, Leo. Okay, but allow yourself to grieve. Okay, allow yourself to grieve. And a lot of you who are going through the grieving process right now, this new moon is, I'm just getting that is not going to last for very long. All you have to do is basically allow yourself um, just allow your shadow self to come out. Allow your shadow self to come through and to work through that. A lot of you are just like taking full advantage of this energy, of this new moon Scorpio energy, and even though it makes you uncomfortable, okay, it's making you extremely uncomfortable. Allow yourself to be wise when it comes to your own feelings and when it comes to your own self. Okay, I'm just getting from this card. At least the energy of this card is about you not allowing yourself to grieve, not allowing yourself to grieve whatever happened. Allow yourself to grieve. Allow yourself the permission. Give yourself the permission to grow within yourself, so you're not looking to other people. Okay, I'm just seeing, I'm feeling a lot of sadness that's coming in, a lot of discomfort in my stomach. Like I feel it in my solar plexus, and that's where a lot of the power is. That's how spirit connects with us. That's where we get a lot of our intuition. That's where we get a lot of our wisdom, our spiritual wisdom. And so your spiritual wisdom is basically saying like, look, it's time for you to start doing something. It's time for you to start, letting go of what's going on because you are being, you're literally being pushed now. Okay, Leo, like Moon in Scorpio, is basically your tower. This is the tower. This is your tower right here. The new Moon in Scorpio is your tower. When it comes to your emotions, you can't like push them down anymore, and that's what is going on. Okay, you've got the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords. You got a lot of sword cards, swords and pentacles. So basically, what I'm getting is that this is about your resources and also about your intellect, your emotional state. Okay, it's about your actions and your emotional state. And so basically, what I get for the Queen of Swords is that she is like extremely powerful, extremely knowledgeable, but she doesn't play at all. Okay, she does not play. She's very much a strategic person when it comes to her emotional state. Okay, and so what I'm getting, and this is why I signed up. I'm just getting that, like she's intellectually sound, and she's also very strategic, very cold, and very cunning. Is what I get from this card. Okay, she's very, very, very wise. Okay, very like, and I'm just getting like it's like somewhat emotionless. I don't get that from you, Leo. You may come off as that, but what I'm getting from this card right here is that you're being called to not be so icy. You're being called to not be so um not exactly stoic, but basically when it comes to your own emotional state, don't cut them off. Okay, when it comes to your emotional state, don't be so cold towards yourself. Don't beat yourself up when it comes to your emotions. Because what I'm getting is that because you're the Leo, you're saying like, why do I have to go through this stuff? Why do I have to go through like why do I have to go through this, right? I'm just getting that when it comes to the Queen of Swords, and the reason why she came up is because or is it doesn't regard and like it doesn't matter what gender or what um sexual orientation you are as well. But what I'm getting for from the Queen of Swords is that a lot of you are grappling with your emotions or your emotions and your mental state, and it's like really messing you up. And this is a time for you to start examining the shadow self, examining the shadow self, to literally sit down and say like, or like go through like a purging, you know, and whether it means lighting a candle or writing things down. Basically, you are literally being told to like literally look at your toxicity, to look at your toxicity, and to look at if you've done any wrongdoing that your shadow self is presenting to you. Okay, it doesn't mean you're a bad person. I'm just getting like this makes you very uncomfortable. Like looking at yourself and looking at your shadow self is cringeworthy. You're being told to find a balance between your shadow self and your higher self, because both of those are needed. Yeah, I'm just getting like there's like this level of shame and around your stories, surrounding some of your stories as well, Leo. Like there's a part of you that at least like the shadow part of you is very ashamed of how you somehow treat people or what you said to people, what you did to people, and there's like this bit of remorse. I'm just getting like it's cringeworthy because there's a level of shame. There's a level of shame around how you sometimes show up in the world, especially when it comes to people that you really truly care about. Okay, when you really truly care about somebody, maybe you're a bit too harsh, maybe you said something that was a little bit too acidic, maybe you said something to them that does not sit well with them, and what I'm getting is that you really feel bad about it, but you don't know how to express it. You don't know how to express that. Okay, so what I'm getting is that don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself to the point where you feel as if you're not redeemable. Okay, I'm just getting like the persona that you put out there to the world is now crumbling. Okay, and the Queen of Swords is basically telling you like, look, upside down is basically telling you that um, this is literally the time for you um, to just allow yourself the time to examine a lot of those, a lot of what you said and a lot of what you did, but do it with love and compassion. Okay. I also got the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is usually though something about being a go getter, getting your money, getting your coins, having a plan together. It's basically the Knight is about action. Okay, about fighting for what you are manifesting. Okay, is upside down though. And so in this context, it's basically saying that, and when I think of resources, I'm getting that in order for you to manifest, in order for you to manifest, you are the key to success. You're the key to your own success. But you also need to need cancel, delete, need. You are to slow down. You are to slow down and think about what you are manifesting and realize that in order for you to manifest and be ready for 2020 and be ready for the life that you are looking for, or looking for the life that you are trying to manifest, you are to look at your shadow self. This card is basically saying that you cannot move any further than where you are until you're able to manifest, or until you're able to look at yourself, to look at your past, like truly examine your past. Some of you are going to be writing. Some of you are going to be writing. It's just not just about candle work or doing magic work around this. I'm getting that you are to put pen to paper and actually start telling your story, and tell. I'm getting that theme of storytelling um, throughout throughout the month of October, doing something, whether it be writing or talking about what's going on, like doing some sort of energy work around um, around letting go of what no longer serves you, and letting go of what no longer sits right in your spirit. I'm getting that like a lot. I'm getting rust for some reason. Like this whole concept of rust, of not letting something go and let it be rained on and let it manifest, let it sit to the point where it's rusting, and it's like a bar or like some piece of metal where it's now rusted to the point where it's breaking, and that's what's happening with a lot of folks, a lot of Leos, where you have like let something fester and get rained on for so long that now you're no longer being able to hold it up. Okay, in order for you to start manifesting, in order for you to seek the life and get the life that you are looking for, that you know you deserve, you have to be honest with yourself about where you are. You have to be honest with yourself about where you are on the subconscious level. You have to be honest about where your shadow self is making you see. Okay? A lot of this stuff is happening because a lot of people, I'm just also getting that a lot of people are coming back into your life. A lot of people that you let go of or thought you let go of emotionally or mentally, that you still have those soul ties to, they're coming back, and that's your shadow self working, because more than likely those people are like some sort of physical manifestation or physical representation of your shadows. Okay, they brought out the worst in you. They brought out the worst in you, and it does not. Um, it's not. They not only brought out the worst in you. I'm getting is that in some cases I'm getting that you blame yourself for what happened. If there was like some sort of breakup or um, some sort of schism between you and this person, this is your time to see your part in it. This is especially if this person treated you with the respect that you felt like you were entitled to, but you didn't. But for some odd reason, the two of you did not work out because you felt like you didn't deserve that person's love, or you didn't deserve that person. So what's ended up happening is that you did something to sabotage that relationship. I'm getting self sabotage, Leo, with you. I'm getting self sabotage, where you self sabotage when it came to your relationship. I'm also getting with career, anything that has anything to do with manifestation. You felt like you didn't deserve it, and so now that person is coming back into your life. Okay, for some of you, and now they're giving you the opportunity, just by being there, they're giving you the opportunity to really understand why y'all fell apart to begin with. Because not all relationships that you've been a part of were toxic. Not everybody that you were a part of, that were a part of your life, did you dirty. What ended up happening, what ended up happening The reason why that came apart for some of y'all, or a lot of you, or whoever resonates with this video by the time you see it, is because you felt as if you did not deserve love, despite all of what the world sees, whether it be your confidence or whatnot. Um, Deep down, you felt for whatever reason you did not, you don't deserve love. You didn't deserve that. And so this is a time for you to like literally start doing the work necessary so you can start seeing yourself as the powerhouse that you've always been. Spirit doesn't make mistakes. Spirit will never make a mistake. Spirit puts people in our lives for a reason, and you are a Leo for a reason. Okay? Leos are very powerful. Leos are known for not only being teachers, but basically like bringing out the confidence in other people. Okay? They are known for, you know, showing other people through their own behavior that we can basically, or through their own confidence, that we can be as loud and as beautiful and as vibrant as they are. Okay? This is, but you cannot get to that point if you're constantly fighting your what you consider demons, when those demons, that shadow self, is basically allowing you to become a much better person. Okay? So that's what I'm getting from that. Also, this is the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is basically saying, like, look, keep going. Okay? Keep going. Do not stop. Don't stop growing. Don't stop being yourself. Okay? This usually talks about, resources and money, how, there's delays. Keep toiling, keep going, even though there may be some sort of slowdown or some sort of delay. And what I'm getting from this is that the moment that you start letting go, the moment you start letting go of the stuff, and allowing yourself to manifest, and allowing yourself to see like your life change, your environment change. Okay, this is what's going to happen. A lot of what you're manifesting is going to come through. A lot of what you're manifesting is going to come through as a result of you doing your work. Okay, doing your shadow work and allowing yourself to see yourself as worthy of abundance and not looking to anyone else for validation. Okay, because what's happening right now, Leo, is that a lot of this stuff is happening, and I say so in the intuitive reading too, that the reason why you're going through a lot of the trials and tribulations now, and a lot of the mental and emotional anguish that you're going through now, is because you are stronger than you give yourself credit for. You're much stronger than you think. Okay, and in order for you to see that strength, okay, self love and self validation is so important. Okay, it's so important. This is really not the time for you to look to other people for any sort of validation. Those people, because those people are not going to be there all the time to give their energy to you. They're not going to be there all the time to give their energy to you. And so you're literally being told that, look, now, once you start doing the work and once you start realizing that you cannot move forward until, at least like move forward, as far as your manifestation power, until you start, doing basically being like forming a partnership with your shadow self, because your shadow self keeps you in check. It keeps your ego in check. But once you start to realize that, and start to realize that you are to do the work necessary to basically balance the have a balance with your shadow self, that's when you start manifesting, and those manifestations will come quickly. I'm getting that, whatever you're looking for, Leo, is going to come quickly. It's going to come quickly. Okay, let's see what is holding you back here. How's everyone doing? I want to see what the obstacle is. Also, does anyone have any questions or comments? Oh, wow. Okay. So what I got here is I got a bridge card here. That's awesome. Thank you. And also, if you resonate with this in any way, shape, or form, what you received so far, click that like button. Also, be sure to let people know that I'm here. Let people know that I'm here by sharing this video and sharing it on your social media accounts. Because the more people who know, the better. Okay. Oh wow. So, all right. So what you got here, as far as the obstacles, are the Two of Pentacles here. They were upside down. A lot of y'all, I'm just getting there's a lack of balance. Y'all are doing too much. As far as you're feeling too much, I'm just getting that you're so preoccupied, Leo. You're whatever's going on in your life right now. Thank you for that. Whatever's going on in your life right now, you're preoccupied by it. When it comes to your personal growth, that is to come first. You understand? That is to come first. That is to come first. Okay, you're doing so, I don't know whether or not it has something to do with work. I'm just getting you're distracting yourself. You're distracting yourself deliberately. You're distracting yourself deliberately. That's what I'm getting from this card. So you don't look at your own stuff. I'm getting that you're very much a superstar, Leo. You're very much a superstar. You have a superstar status. But in order for you to keep up that energy, you're literally I'm seeing like a house of cards. I'm seeing a house of cards. And sooner or later that house of cards is like slowly but surely coming down. Okay? And so the reason why you got the Two of Pentacles is because you're being told not to your foundation is for a lot of you your fascination, your foundation is very weak, is very fragile. Okay, because you've been stuffing a lot of stuff, a lot of your shadow stuff, that a lot of that shadow energy you've been negating it or and ignoring it, and I get it because because we live in a capitalist system. We live in a system where in order for you to keep going, in order for you to stay on course, you're not to fall apart, and sometimes um it's a survival mechanism to keep going. Okay, and I completely get that. But this is the problem with the capitalist system. It gives you that illusion that for some reason you're not able to take care of yourself, that you are to put other people before yourself. And so what I'm getting for you, Leo, is that this is a time for you to carve some time for yourself. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant, but you are to put yourself first. I'm getting that your heart is important. Your mental and emotional state is important. Okay, this is not the time for you to literally distract yourself. Okay, from your personal growth, because now it's coming out sideways. A lot of the emotions that you are keeping inside of you, Leo, is keeping you sideways. Is coming out sideways now. I'm getting that you're very stressed out. Okay, you may or may not be saying something that is very hurtful to people. Okay, you're just I'm just getting you're not relaxed at all, and it's because you're not giving yourself time to recoup. Even if you were to have your own business, okay, give yourself time to recoup. For those who are doing spiritual work with other people, it's okay to do a spiritual maintenance. It's okay for you to do that, especially you, Leo, if you are doing some spiritual work. However, do not distract yourself to the point where you're not giving yourself the liberty to do any sort of shadow work, because that's extremely important. You also have the Eight of Cups. Okay, a lot of you are I'm also getting to that a lot of you are, yeah, a lot of you are just not the obstacle is that a lot of you are, this has something to do with dreams and letting go of something, doing some sort of magic around your work, and I'm just getting that you're not giving yourself time to do that either. You're just like you're putting a lot of your healing on hold. A lot of you are putting your dreams. This talks about dreams, but in this context, this is talking about your mental and emotional state. You're putting a lot of that magic and a lot of your spiritual work on hold, especially if you're like doing a 9 to 5 or doing some sort of you're taking care of other people. There are times where you're neglecting yourself and you're neglecting a lot of your spiritual work. I'm getting that is because you feel like other people need you, uh, not need you. Let me. You feel that a lot of people are counting on you. That's a better way to put it. That other people are counting on you, Leo. You feel like people are counting on you to the point where you are not resting. That you are putting like you are skipping spiritual baths now, or you are skipping some sort of non-negotiable, whether it be meditation or some sort of ritual that fills your cup. I'm getting that you are stopping that um, for the sake of other people and making sure that everything else is all right. And also, I'm getting to that you, yeah, like I'm just feeling like a lot of staticky energy around Leo. There's like a lot of staticky energy because now you allowed yourself what by not putting yourself first and doing your non-negotiables. Some of you, a lot of you are empaths, and so a lot of people's energies are stuck on you. So a lot of what you're feeling maybe isn't doesn't even belong to you. And so I'm getting that it's time for you to start taking care of yourself and your spiritual practices and putting yourself first in regards to that by like doing by resuming your rituals, whether it be like a spiritual bath or like smudging every day or talking to your ancestors or feeding your ancestors. Um, I'm just getting a lot of you are just, ooh, y'all need to take care of your hearts too. Don't keep things inside to the point where it's going to manifest into some sort of health problem. Like heart disease is very much a silent killer, and a lot of it like stems from not feeling your emotions, not speaking your emotions. I'm just getting a lot of heartache, and I'm just getting a lot of confusion in regards to your feelings. You feel as if you can't trust anybody enough to talk about what's going on with you. Talk if you feel as if you cannot talk to someone, please talk to spirit. Talk to spirit, talk to your ancestors. Because you not only talk to the highest and the best of your ancestors. Tell them what's going on. They're there to listen. But you are not to keep things inside. Like that is like if that's a part of your ritual. But but that's the two main obstacles that I picked up. The fact that you're doing too much to distract yourself, from your feelings and or doing the work necessary to like tap into your shadow self. And also, I'm getting that you're not that a lot of you are not, you know, having like some sort of a spiritual routine or non-negotiable, that keep you balanced and keep you grounded. Okay. So this is a time for you to either look for that for yourself, or to tap, rekindle that non-negotiable for yourself, so you can start, doing the shadow work. And my spiritual mentor Nikila Asha always says that if you do not give yourself at least 30 minutes, to meditate or to take care of yourself, you're not able to be of service to people. And it's very correct, at least for me anyhow, because I cannot give you my best if I cannot give you my best if I'm not rested. So Leos, you're being told to do the same. Okay. So let me read some of these comments. Um, Wow, I didn't know that existed. And there are a lot of them are from Lena. Yes, LOL. Oh no. Likewise, I love your post, and I'm a Leo. I'm still with you, and I got 3 thumbs up. So let's see what the solution is in regards to Leo. Oops. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Oh wow, that came through. What's the solution, Spirit? What's the solution for Leo in regards to taking care of themselves, whether it be sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, or Venus? Does anyone have any questions or comments? Oh wow. Yeah, I'm just getting like, all right. So what I got here to salute for the solutions, what I got here is to remember that you are being protected and you're being watched. You're whatever you are looking for. Know that you are to have faith. I'm just getting to also talk to people that you care about. Talk to spirit. Talk to your spirit team. Talk to people in your spiritual community about what's going on. I'm just getting that. Yes, the 10 of Pentacles is very much about abundance and resources, but also I'm getting the what I'm getting here is that family. Talk to family. Talk to your ancestors, not only from this lifetime, but from many other lifetimes. Okay, from other dimensions and from other alternate universes. This is a time for you to gather up support because your support system is actually going to be there for you. A real support system will be there to listen to you and to gas you up, but to also tell you like, look, we're here for you, but the work is all on you. The work is for you. I'm just getting a lot of past stuff and some relationship stuff. You're going to be told, Leo, to leave whoever you were with or whatever you were dealing with, who you were dealing with. You're going to be told to leave them alone too. You're going to be told by this. I'm getting like, I'm for some reason I'm getting like either a group of women and female body individuals. You're going to be told by these folks who are supportive, who are a part of your support system. You're going to be told to leave whomever you were dealing with, whatever um, arrangement you had with this person that you were dealing with in the past, to leave them alone because they are not a part of your story anymore. They're not a part of your future. So you're gonna be around certain like people telling you, okay, you're gonna have a whole squad of people telling you, Leo, to leave the past in the past and just grow from it. Whomever you were dealing with, whatever dick appointment or you had, you're going to be, and those are not my words, but the words of spirit. By all means, you're going to be told to leave that alone. Whatever appointment it was, whether it be a dick appointment or whatever hookup you had, I guess, leave it alone. Leave them alone. Okay, because they're not for you, and y'all broke up for a reason. Like leave the past in the past. You're also being told by the 8 of Wands to continue to move forward and continue to believe in your power to fly. Believe in your power to take action. Believe in your power to just tap into, believe it or not, to tap into Aries energy or to tap into some sort of just tap into your fire energy. Tap into your fire energy. That's why I was like Aries. Aries is also fire. Aries is also a person who is action, is a person or energy that's like about action, about fire, about passion. And you're being asked not to not forget that you have the power to move past this. You have the power to move past the shadows or whatever lesson your shadow self presents to you. You have the power to manifest something better. You have the power to move towards something better. You have the power, okay? You have the power, period. You have the power, Leo, okay? Sometimes you forget that. Sometimes you forget that you have the power to manifest, but what this card is saying is that you really are strong as fuck. Like, you are strong as hell. Don't forget that. You are to tap into that inner strength. If you are to go to your spirit squad or your squad here on Earth, okay, to be reminded of that. That's something. But basically, you're being asked to tap into that power and not to forget it, and to keep going, and to keep going and keep growing and keep learning as well. Okay. Also, you're getting Nine of Pentacles. I'm being told to tell you to be patient and to also be grateful for where you are. Don't be so quick to do so much work for yourself and on yourself that you forget that that you've come so far and you're growing. Okay, you've come so far and you're growing. In order for you to to do this work effectively, you're to be grateful for where you are today. Yes, we all have shadows, but don't be so just don't do so much work, you know, that you become so discouraged when something goes wrong, or you go back to some old behavior when something goes wrong, some old destructive behavior when something goes wrong. Because sometimes we have the tendency to do that. We have the tendency to pretty much think that, we messed up a couple of times, or we slipped a couple of times, you know, we messed up somewhere, and that's not the case. Okay? That's not the case at all, Leo. Because sometimes you're ready to go all day, every day, as far as your goals and your dreams. And so you're being, and when something that when there's a setback, you're like, oh, I done did something wrong. No, it's just a temporary setback, and it's also a test. It's also a test to see whether or not you're going to revert back to some old behaviors, or use, go into your spiritual toolkit and actually like pull out a whole new mechanism, coping mechanism, a whole new solution to overcome whatever obstacle was presented, in front of you. Okay, but also be aware to be patient with the process, of growing, because we never stop growing. We just do things differently. Okay. Last but not least, you have the Hermit, and the Hermit is one of my, like, I have a lot of favorite cards, but I love the Hermit because it talks about introspection, spiritual introspection. You know, basically like isolation, as far as you trying to figure out what's going on, and basically this is what's being asked of you. Keep growing, and like basically, Leo, you're being told through this card, the Hermit card, that you are to every once in a while go back, and basically be a hermit. Go back and reflect. Go back and, it's okay for you to isolate yourself. It's okay to go through a spiritual maintenance every once in a while. I'm getting like at least like every 3 months. It's okay for you to pretty much disappear for a minute to get yourself together, to go through a spiritual maintenance. Okay? We all know how Leo is sometimes outgoing, or would like to be outgoing. But there's another time when you are to spiritually recharge. You are not to be everywhere, anywhere, in everybody's faces 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, or being so out and about to the point where you forget that you um, are in this for the long haul, as far as your spirituality, as far as your growth. Okay, it's very easy for us to be distracted again by a lot of the world and what's going on in the world and what's going on in the media, what's going on in our lives. It's okay for us to step back. It's okay for you to step back, Leo, and reflect on what happened, and reflect on your strength, and do some, some reflection work, do ritual work. But it's okay. But this is telling me to tell you to unplug and basically like allow yourself, to be away from the world for a bit. So yeah, like I had you had a really good reading here, and so let's see what the oracle says, and there'll be one more card. I'm using the Mythical Shaman Oracle deck for this one. Dear High Spirit, what oracle message you have? Oh wow. So we have the crow. So let's see what this says. The crow. This is 13. All right. So here's the invitation. So when we speak the truth and practice truth, eventually everything you say becomes true. Your power to create with the truth is the universal law. Correct what is untrue in your life without judgment, and let the truth set you free. So basically, what this card is saying is that, Leo, this is time to live your truth. It's okay for you to live your truth, know your truth. It's okay for you to step back and allow yourself and your shadow self, your higher self and your shadow self, to co create the reality that you wish to have. In order for you to see your darkness, in order for you to see your light, you are to see your darkness. Okay? The only way you can see your light is when you see your shadow. Don't run away from your shadow. Allow that shadow to see you through so you can see your own truth. And the truth is that you're a magnificent individual. You're a creative individual. You're very outspoken. You're very loving. You're very lovable. You're very confident. You're very kind. You're very blunt. Okay? And despite like the fact that you have, ego, it only like adds to your character. You're full of passion, and full of fire, and so embrace that. But you also have to embrace your shadow self. Okay, so that's all I have for today for Leo. As far as the heart chakra reading, if that resonated with you in any way, shape, or form, please subscribe to the channel. You can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram. And if I have something else going on. Also, that's right. If you would like to have a more in-depth reading, um, you can email me at bowtiepsychic@gmail.com. I am working on my website and I am almost done with it. So once that comes through, I will put it in the descriptions. Or if you would like to drop a donation in any way, shape, or form, you can also do that by sending it to my PayPal account, Hobby the Medium. So thank you so much again for sticking with me. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And again, thank you to my Instagram person, Lena, for coming through. I really appreciate it. So, um, yeah, thank you so much, Michaela, for being here. She said, "Thank you, Javi. Amazing reading. This really hit home. I will remember those words." I thank you so much for the compliment. I really appreciate it. So, on that note, oh, that's right. On November 1st, not even November 1st, maybe like a week after that, I am actually going to have a podcast called For the Collective. And that is actually going to be doing readings similar to this, um, just focusing on readings and focusing on readings and tools and tips. Also, it will be like an opportunity for me to talk to other tarot card readers as well, as far as them being interviewed or whatnot. So be on the lookout for that. I'm really excited. And so, um, yeah, I have a lot of good stuff going on. So on that note, I will see you later. Yes, I'm also very excited. I'm also very excited about it. Um, and I would definitely let you know and put it in the description once I get everything together and record it. So thank you again, for being here and sharing your energy with me. I really appreciate it. So on that note, peace.